How did a medic's split-second decision change everything during a firefight? I found out when I had to choose between saving my squad leader or following direct orders in the middle of a Taliban ambush. I was a 20-year-old specialist, been in Afghanistan for 6 months as a combat medic with the 10th Mountain Division. My squad leader, Staff Sergeant Mike Davis, was this tough guy from Texas who'd been looking out for me since I arrived in country. We were on a routine patrol outside Kandahar when everything went sideways. 3 vehicles, 12 soldiers, what should have been a simple supply run to a forward outpost. Then the RPGs started flying. First explosion flipped our lead Humvee. I watched it tumble twice before landing upside down in a ditch. Radio chatter went crazy. Contact left, contact right. We're taking fire from multiple positions. Our vehicle screeched to a halt behind some concrete barriers. Davis was already on the radio calling for backup when a sniper round cracked past my head. Too close. Way too close. That's when I saw him go down. Davis had been coordinating our defensive positions when the bullet caught him in the chest, right through a gap in his body armor. Blood everywhere. I started moving toward him, but our lieutenant grabbed my arm. Negative. We're pulling back to the 3rd vehicle. Davis is in the kill zone. Too dangerous. Davis was maybe 30 feet away, bleeding out behind a concrete wall. I could see him trying to apply pressure to his own wound, looking right at me. Our eyes met for just a second. The lieutenant kept yelling, "That's an order, specialist! We're moving now! Leave him! Backup's coming in 5 minutes!" But I knew Davis wouldn't last 5 minutes. Not with that chest wound. Internal bleeding, probably punctured lung. I had maybe 60 seconds to make a choice. Follow orders and watch my squad leader die, or disobey a direct command and risk getting both of us killed. Split-second decision. I broke from cover and sprinted toward Davis. Heard the lieutenant screaming behind me, but I was already committed. Bullets kicking up dirt all around me. Slid behind that concrete wall like I was stealing home plate. Davis was conscious but fading fast. Sucking chest wound, just like I trained for. Blood frothing at his mouth. "Doc!" he wheezed. "Told you not to come. I'm not leaving you here, Sergeant." Started working on him immediately. Chest seal, pressure bandage, IV line. All while bullets snapped overhead. The funny thing about adrenaline, time slows down. I had perfect focus. Every medical procedure I'd ever learned came back crystal clear. Like my hands knew exactly what to do. Got Davis stabilized enough to move. Firemen's carry back to our vehicle while the rest of the squad laid down covering fire. Longest 30-second run of my life. Threw him in the back of the Humvee and kept working while we hauled toward the evacuation point. Medevac helicopter was already inbound. Perfect timing. Davis survived. 3 surgeries at Landstuhl, 6 months of recovery, but he made it. Came back to finish his deployment with a purple heart and a scar that looked like a zipper. What I didn't expect was the investigation. Lieutenant filed a report about my insubordination, disobeying direct orders in combat, potentially endangering the entire squad. Court-martial was scheduled for 2 weeks later. I figured my military career was over before it really started. 20 years old and facing federal charges for trying to save someone's life. Then something weird happened. Davis got back from Germany and heard about the charges. Walked straight into the company commander's office and demanded to see my case file. 3 days later, the charges got dropped. Not reduced, dropped completely. Davis had submitted his own report detailing how my actions saved his life and showed tactical initiative under fire. More importantly, he'd gotten statements from every soldier in our squad. All of them backed my decision. Said they'd have done the same thing. 6 months later, I got promoted to sergeant ahead of schedule. Davis wrote my recommendation himself. Kid showed courage under fire that most soldiers never develop. He wrote, "My leadership potential and ability to make life or death decisions in combat situations." When our unit rotated home, Davis pulled me aside one last time. "That day in Kandahar, you didn't just save my life. You showed everyone what being a medic really means." 2 years later, Davis retired as a master sergeant. At his ceremony, he called me up on stage and handed me his personal first aid kit. "This belongs to someone who knows when to break the rules," he said. I still carry that kit on every deployment. 15 years later, still serving as a medic. Never had to make another choice like that, but I know I would.